Sci-Fi-London is returning to Capital for its 17th year in May with a selection of screenings and events celebrating work from all over the world. The Stratford Picturehouse will host the UK's only designated sci-fi film festival between May 1st and May 8th, treating East London to a mix of new and classic movies. The program features 5 programs of shorts and 20 feature films, along with 6 special events. The full listing is here, but below are our 5 top picks for the festival to book now. The festival will open with a screening of Chimera from director Maurice Haymes. The film follows a scientist's frantic and increasingly disturbed efforts to cure his children's genetic disease after having his family cryogenically frozen. The movie, which was well received at Phoenix Film Festival recently, will be introduced with a talk from geneticist Dr. Charlotte Mykora. May 1st, 8 p.m. Book tickets here. The SFL Charity Pub Quiz. Test your knowledge of all things sci-fi with a special charity pub quiz at Stratford's Pitch Bar at 7 p.m. on May 3rd. Tickets cost £10 per head and include a cocktail on entry, with money raised going to support the Rebuilding Sri Lanka charity. Expect stiff competition, with some of the city's biggest sci-fi fans gathering under one roof to take the challenge. May 3rd, 7 p.m. Pitch Bridge Road, E15 3PA. Book tickets here. Hostel. A screening of French horror movie Hostel is sure to be one of the most thrilling events at this year's festival. Matthew Toury's movie follows the survivor of a global disaster who must fight back to survive attacks from strange, nocturnal creatures. It's all set up for perfect Friday night viewing. May 4th, 5:15 p.m. Book tickets here. UK thriller Division 19 takes a bleakly satirical look at reality TV culture. Set in the year 2039, S.A. Halewood's film portrays a society in which prisoners are controlled by the public and forced to take actions against their will. Of course, there's some gruesome infighting. The screening closes the festival's program of new feature films on May 6th and promises to be a must-watch. May 6th, 7:30 p.m. Book tickets here. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein has been adapted for the screen and stage countless times since its publication in 1818, but 1935's Bride of Frankenstein might be the most worthy. The sequel to 1931's Frankenstein, expands the novel's storyline in inspired style, and Boris Karloff's unforgettable depiction of the monster is widely regarded as one of the great horror performances too. Based on an unsettling short story by George Langelaan, the film sees a scientist create a teleportation machine before unwittingly entering the device with a fly trapped inside. The scientist's subsequent transformation into a human, fly hybrid is a grueling watch. The Blair Witch Project influenced a whole generation of found-footage films. The likes of Wreck, Paranormal Activity and As Above, So Below might never have been made if it weren't for the success of the film. Mia Farrow stars as a New York housewife who is convinced by a group of shady outsiders that her newborn child is the son of the devil himself. Iconic horror director John Carpenter changed the game forever with slasher movie Halloween in 1978, and introduced the mask-wearing, kitchen knife-wielding killer Michael Myers for the first time. 1974's Texas Chainsaw Massacre remains one of the most gruesome horror movies ever made, and Leatherface has to go down one of the most terrifying villains in cinema history. At the heart of Stanley Kubrick's 1980 adaptation of The Shining is a masterful performance from Jack Nicholson, who transforms from serene family man to axe-wielding murderer throughout the course of the film. The film boasts an unforgettable score, a breathtakingly violent shower sequence, and a malevolent performance from Anthony Perkins as the motel owner Norman Bates, who seems to be being manipulated by his mother. Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street was not only the finest horror movie to emerge in the 1980s, but it also featured arguably the finest ever performance in a horror film from Robert Englund as the serial killer Freddy Krueger. William Friedkin's film scared a whole generation of horror fans witless when it was released in 1973, and its legacy has not been diminished over time. It remains a hugely influential movie. Every exorcism movie you've ever seen owes a huge debt to the film. Frankenstein All Day. The festival is throwing an entire day of events to celebrate 200 years of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein on May 8th, starting with a screening of Mel Brooks' comedy masterpiece Young Frankenstein. 1935 classic Bride of Frankenstein will also be shown during the day before bringing down the house with a sing-along screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. May 8th. Book tickets here.